Hello and welcome. Right, we are on the move again today. So this is part 2. I've actually had to move location. I've actually moved my crawling table as well, so I can actually now finally walk around the room. So we started to move all the stuff behind me, and in the picture, the screen grab, we actually moved all of those modulars at the start of the week, which is exciting. So all of those modulars are just down there. So obviously we can take a look at those again as we go. But the plan of attack is I need to pick up the massive UCS Venator. So the Venator needs to move. Harry Potter needs to be put in, and there's some other little bits and pieces that we need to do. We do have to do it in a certain order, so that's going to be the difficult thing to do. So I think the Venator is going to have to come up and get put on the table first. Then the Star Wars stuff that's in that Kallax cube will then come up and just be thrown on the floor down here for our Tatooine display. Then the Harry Potter stuff that's here will go into the cube, and then that'll free up space for our architectural display as we go. And I know the lighting here isn't exactly fantastic, but you're going to be moving around as we do bits and pieces. Mark, hello to you. Reese, hello to you. Everybody else that is in the background, hello. Everybody that's liked the video so far, again, thank you very much indeed. And there's always a poll running. Quite simple. Best set announcement, basically, so far. The new Nike Air Max 95 trainer Lego set. You've got the Tintin, Mario, or the Douglas DC3. So if you are watching this on the replay, let us know what it is that you like, and we will go from there. But yeah, the big cheese is on the move because we've put the modulars where the sail barge was. So I need to move the sail barge back down, and the cheese basically is in the way. So we will at some point be able to make a Tatooine display. So you could that's going to have to move. The sail barge and things like that are going to have to move, and you're basically going to be walking around with me. So that'll be that. But I'm just still in my head trying to think, do I move the Star Wars stuff out the way and start with the Harry Potter, or do I do it the other way around? Because I don't know. I might need that table space, so I'm not 100% sure what the best way is of doing it yet. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go. Because I've got the cheese just beside me, and obviously you're over with me, so I can just move you. I can just move you about accordingly, and we can basically mess it up and go from there. So in this cube just here is where we put the sail barge, and I think what I'm going to do is literally just play tag with a couple of those sets. So I think maybe what is going to be the best way of doing it? Do I just pick up that? Might just get that out of the way and then get those straight in. That's what I might do, because the Venator is going to go across the back. And I've just got to figure out if we'll start to do this. So if I clear that off, we could use the base of that for the carousel. So that would work to start with. Anybody got any ideas, of course, let me know what it is you think would work. And if we will be messing around as we go. But yeah, we will see what is what with all of that. So we will get this up and on. So that is going to be out of the way for now. That'd be, he says out of the way for now, ish. Because this roller coaster track itself will have to do. What I remember is I have to keep standing over a loft hatch to be able to do this. Otherwise I will fall down and I will break my neck, which isn't exactly ideal. So where that carousel is up, behind the carousel is where the big length is going to go. And then if I pick that up now, put it on the table, and then we can see exactly what is what. Now I know I've gone on early, and what I'll end up doing is moving these bits and pieces, and then we'll probably pull it back from there. So what Lego set did you get, Mark? Let me know what it is, and I can have a look on the Lego website. So of course, if anybody's going to be building anything this weekend, doing anything, or ordered anything or anything like that, let me know what it actually is you have got, and then we can take a look and go from there. So I have got down on here. Let me show you. Down on, is that going to turn on? I have charged them all up, yes. So that down there, underneath here, is the big Venator. And it's not doing anything down there. It needs to pull out, and it needs to have a bit more TLC. So that is what I'm about to pull out, and then we will plonk it in a better position. But now this table that I keep crawling underneath is gone. I've got lots more space. So you're facing the right way of where it's going to go, and then we'll figure out in a different stream if I can actually make it fit. Reese has got a couple more bags left for the A-frame. Mark, I'll take a look at that SKU number shortly. Not a problem. That is absolutely fine. I just need to pick this thing up because now we're going to have this little Star Wars Tatooine display here. This big Venator cannot go here. It just won't fit. So now we've done what we've done with the modulars and we put it on the shelf and all that kind of stuff. We've got no choice but to relocate this one set. And then some of the others might just have to go into storage, to be honest. But this big one is either going to get taken apart or it is going in a new home. And what I do not want to do is, of course, break it. I haven't broken it yet. So it's a credit to how strong this set is because I haven't yet broken it. But I am picking this up from the floor. And there it is. The cheese. What a huge thing this is. Absolutely massive. So yeah, it's a big old length. Big old length. So it's just a case of not wanting to break my neck around on this one. I have picked this up the wrong way, to be honest. Bugger. How can I put this down and pick this back up again? How can I do this without breaking everything? Right. I haven't got anywhere to put it down. So basically that carousel's in the way and I need to go nosing, but I can't spin the thing round by standing on the loft ladders and I've got no floor space at all, I don't think. This could go, I say this could go horrendously wrong and it just has. Yes, I can see your number, Mark. I can see it. I will type it in when I've got a free hand. So can I get this up on the table? I can't, basically. I'm genuinely stuck with this. I'm not going to lie. Genuinely stuck with where to put it. I did not think that through. It's so big. I can't. I need a third arm, is what I need. I can't stand over the loft hatch and put this on in the correct bit. He says, can I get this on? Right, that's the first bit that's ever fallen off this. That's my own stupidity. That's the track broken. That's another bit broken. But that's the track smashed. That is on, and that is the most stupidest thing I've ever done in here. If you could see what I was just standing over, that is ridiculous. So I've just done it, stood over that loft hatch without trying to break my neck putting that over. Ideal. It's not an ideal start. And I don't know what actually came off. But what I'm really annoyed about is I knocked the nose of it, so the whole front of it's pinged off. So I've got to take the bloody thing off and repair it anyway. And I can't reach it. I can't reach it where it is. So that, as starts go, let's be honest, is just a standard. That is a standard start. So, right, let's see. Can I? We'll come back to the Venator later. That'll be the easiest thing to do, because I can move the carousel, move all the bits and pieces. I can pick that up. I can spin it around and put it where this thing is, to down here. Because that's where it should have gone. I should have just slid it on that table and pushed it round. Didn't think that bit through, did I? Bugger. Right, so this is just going to get plonked down and out of the way for now. So that is all right. So that's the haunted house stuff. So yeah, there's a method to the madness, because the cheese is now, so you can see how big that thing is. That's now made enough space for the cantina to go down and the sail barge to go down. So that's okay. And then that can just be done at a different time. So that can just be a completely different stream or a completely different video or whatever else like that. Then, because the Kallax will then be free, we can then make that space for Potter, and then we can just go from there. So that should be okay. As long as it should fit in there, as long as that fits down in that bit where the Star Wars stuff is, we should be good. I have no idea. I don't know what that bit was. That's pissed me off a little bit, to be honest. If I didn't, it's just annoying that I should have done is move this, but I couldn't move it around. I've got a plate in one wrist, so I didn't have the flexibility in my wrist to bring it around. And because I'm stood over this loft hatch, I needed a third bit, but it's the front that I've tapped and it's pinged out. That's what's annoyed me the most. I've moved this set non-stop and it's not falling apart, and I go and do something stupid and it falls apart. But such is life, never mind. So yeah, just remember there's a loft hatch here, so I might end up falling through the hole, so just bear that in mind. That if I do go, then obviously just I'm sure at some point I'll wake back up. I'm sure I'll end up breaking myself at some point. That's the sail barge. It's a nice thing, this. It does look like it's moving all the time, though, doesn't it? But obviously, this was where we had the modulars, and it's now had to move, and it's getting put back. So that's all right, because we can just shove this back down here. The modular shelf hasn't broken, which is a result, so that's okay. So that is going to be I might just give up already. So I've now just ripped the whole back off of this as well. What is wrong with me today? So we'll add that to the repair pile, shall we? So I think it's just that. Oh, there we go. That's fine. That could have been a lot worse. So all of this is the Star Wars stuff that has never been done. It's all been thrown in where it needs to go. I do like the fact that the modulars are intact. They haven't fallen through, which is good. So, Harry Potter. Oh, straight off the bat, Reese. Absolutely, yeah. Let's not mess around. If I'm going to break it, let's just break every single set I touch. So yeah. So what have we done so far? In the first, how long have we been going for? We've been going for 14 minutes. I broke the front of the cheese. I broke the track on this, and I broke the sail barge. Fantastic. That's exactly what we want. We are, sir, living that dream. All for this new architecture display. It'd be worth it when it's done. It'd be worth it. It'll be worth it when it's done. So I'm just going to throw the sets into here and then do it off the stream, or we might get around to doing it properly. I'm not 100% sure. Because we have got, what have we got over this side? We've got Potter. It's just Potter is what we've got. It is Harry Potter. Right, for the sake of Mark, because he's typed that in 3 times now, let's have a look. Let's have a look. What have you got? 75440. What have you got on here? 75440. 75. What did you get yourself on Tuesday? Oh, very nice. Well, it's in theming. Let's have a look. So this is what Mark is. So it's a little AT-AT on the stand. And these vehicles with the little plaques and things, they do look quite smart, to be fair. $59.99, 525 pieces. And yeah, there you go. So congratulations to Mark for picking that one up. Did you get that from the Lego store? And Reese, it is. The Smiths near me had the fig display in stock. Did you pick it up, Reese? So as Reese picked up the minifigure thing? Let's have a look. So Smiths. Yeah, sorry, Mark. It was a bit hard to type. Just sit down and type in your SKU code when I was carrying the UCS Venter. It's not. It couldn't just couldn't just quite sit on my lap. Right. So let's go. Minifigures. So we were looking at this, and this is what Reese is talking about. So it's a mini figurine display case. It holds all different bits and pieces, but there is also a Hot Wheels version on there at the moment, and you've got multiple shelf. So if you are wanting different cases, display case. There you go. Look, so you've got Hot Wheels, and you've got other cases as well. There is another one with less shelves in. Well, there was, but I must be typing the wrong thing in. So yeah, you got your choice of Hot Wheels, mix and match. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, they're doing different sizes now. That's all right then. Oh, you got it from Argos. Nice. So when do you think you're going to be? I know I'm a little bit close, but it's because your laptop at the moment is just currently balancing on the edge of the table. Once I've moved Potter, I can push you back ever so slightly. So I will be back in a second because I will have to now make a bit of space, and we will get Potter in. So hang on, we will get Potter in. Because that's going to be a water. I'll spread it out to start with, but I can condense it. Right down, so that's not too much of a problem. I wonder if now. I wonder. Let's get these properly. Yeah. What do I do? I have got Ali and the bank, which would take up half a cube, realistically in length. Width-wise, it would take up half a cube. The jaws needs a bit of breathing space. I'm going to put figures and stuff in that. So maybe I put that across the bottom on the left-hand side, and then we go from there. I will move you into a better place shortly. We will see what is going on. So, Going to start the off-road adventure this weekend too. Then I'm going to have to do the oh no. Yeah, I'll move you a little bit closer in a second, Reece. I'm just pulling this stuff out. But actually I will relocate you. Because obviously we've just been dumping stuff, haven't we? That's all we've been doing. So it's a new. The only problem is that table that I'm now not crawling underneath. I'm kind of missing to put the sets on. So yeah, we will get there. We will get there. But yeah, you can rest up in the next hidey hole on the other side. So let me move you. Let's have a look. You're that. And that is. There you go. You can see, can't you? That's where we're working for at the moment. I would imagine it will be horrendous, Sean, to be honest. Horrendous. It'd be tiny, so you're going to have to move in all the time. So yeah, should be good fun. You'll be all right. You'll be strong and brave. You might need an ibuprofen by the time you finish, though. It might suck a little bit. Right, so if I'm doing this, let's just do it properly, shall we? So, because this is turned into a bit of a dumping ground. So these pieces, that's all the water tiles. So I need them so they can stay there. That track is for the project that's over here. Now that table has moved though, on a bonus, I can actually get the stuff right beside where it needs to go now, which is good. So we can pull these out and about and just see what is what. Right, so these are all different giveaway boxes. To be fair, we'll probably go straight back in here once. Maybe want the lightsaber, by the way. Just throwing it out there. Maybe want that lightsaber. If not, I don't know if that would work in my miniland and just have a Star Wars representative piece in there. But apart from that, I've got no need for it at all. If I just move this over, like we have, this side can get sorted out whenever it needs to. We've got the Star Wars Dio up on there. That's the one Dio I've got, Reece, just that Star Wars Cantina one. So Potter, we've got no choice but to put Harry Potter over here. So Potter's going to go over. Did you see my comment? No. Where are you? And soon the hall room will turn into the hall room will turn into bricks and pieces. Well, you're going to be making stuff up soon, are you? What, you're going to go back up? So you got it from Argos, and soon the whole room will turn into a sea of bricks and pieces. So you're going to be building it soon, which is exciting. That'll be exciting. But yeah, it's going to put Potter on the one side, and then basically make up the rest as we go. I think, Reece, that's all I can do. These cabinets can potentially go 3 deep, and it'll be we'll have a little bit of sort of a chop and change and a play with the other bits and pieces, but. Yeah, it's on this side. We just need to have a bit of space. So I'm got to get Gringotts first, and then we can just add all the rest of the bits and pieces. Just add all the rest of the bits and pieces, and also, of course, I can fine tune all the bits off the live stream, obviously, but on the live stream, it's just a little bit difficult. Yeah, so these are just the Kallax. So they're all little Kallaxes from IKEA. They're the cheapest ones you can get for the colour, and they do the trick. So, but what you're looking at currently, it's a 4 cube, but without the inserts. So I don't put the inserts in, obviously, so you can get more base plates across. But it's also double deep. So I've got a double deep Kallax. So yeah, that's the thing. So, but yeah, this will have to go in first towards the back. But yeah, it's because it's double deep. It's 9 base plates. These are 4 cubes. This is where all the Winter Village stuff is, and they've got you normally got that partition in the middle. Just taking that out, and that's the partitions that I've been using on the floor, and they're fine, because the partition doesn't do anything for the strength, so that's okay. But yeah, it's just the 4 cubes. They're decent actually. They're good value, and they're just about right. They're about a base plate and a half deep, so hence why it's 9 base plates up at the top, back to back. But I could potentially go 3 deep on this, potentially. And if I did go triple deep, then that would be good. Can't get over how tight that is. That is Gringotts Bank. So yeah, Potter will be on there. It'll all be lit up properly. We'll get some proper lighting, so it will look a lot better. Well, I've got a truck, Reese. So if there's anything you ever need, you're not too far away from me, I'm sure. So I can help you and Sean out. We could do an IKEA road trip. We can bring Jay. Jay loves a bit of IKEA furniture. Throw it in the back of the truck, and you'll be absolutely laughing and living the dream. So it's much easier that way. All right, so that's obviously the next one. So that's where it will go. But really, those boxes would actually stay safe and sound across the back. Now, but yes, there's possibility that we could get a third one in. So, looking at this now, and with the measurements of stuff, I think it could actually fit. Yeah, I think it should. I am not with it yet at the moment. Not with it at all. I need to go back another 32 steps yet. Yeah. Should be good. No, your room, the room that you're in, if you start blanking more, well, yeah, more than likely just smash everything up. Oddly. Oh, I'm currently in a first taking photos with a Lego Ninjago minifigure for a photo shoot. What are you posing with it, are you? Like this? Is that you? Bit this? You're going to put some wax in your hair, Oddly? Right. On the way with the next one. So you've just got to figure out, because obviously space is at a premium, what goes to the right-hand side of Potter. Because if this does get extended, because as it stands, I don't have anything else. So I could put something across the side and have like a little walkway around. The only thing is with the Kallaxes, Reese, is as you know, not all of the modulars will fit inside it. So Gringotts is a little bit tight. It's a little bit tight. Ryan. We've all needed money before. Oh, Audley's doing a photo shoot dressed as an Ninjago character. Outrageous behavior. But yeah, so the area that we're freeing up is 9 base plates. We've gained 9 base from doing this. We've got 9 base plates of space. But again, because of the ceiling height issues and mental issues and every other issue you could possibly think of, it's just you got to keep moving everything around in triangles because obviously everything's busy. But there is sort of a method to the madness, to a point. But as this is 3 base plates deep, and this displays 3 base plates deep, what I haven't done, it's that as well. Well, honestly, I might as well just start again. I need to go to bed and start everything again. Right, so that is 3 deep, 1 wide. And to be honest, that does look quite nice. That does look really nice, actually. You could get some nice photos of that. You could get some nice photos. So yeah, you got the all the way to the back down there. Look, so that side will look smart. That side just needs to be gone, and the top will sort out next, because that's going to be the Jaws. That's going to be the Jaws sort of little diorama thing. Oh, Oddie's also dressing up as a farmer as well. Fair enough, Oddly. Get it all in. Make good use of your time. Make good use of your time. Also doing this, I can then make a mental note and figure out what the base plate it is I need. Right, so Potter is in. That side will just have to, that bottom right hand side will just have to be storage for now. There's nothing I can really do with that. I can sort that out off the stream. I know it doesn't look fantastic, but we can work on the top now, and then we can go from there. It's like this now definitely isn't needed at all, so that can just get launched. I think there's absolutely no use for that whatsoever, so that can go. The track, that now can go back onto the other side, because I can now reach the bit that I couldn't reach before, because I've moved that table, which means we can put it on. There's another Jurassic Park minifigure, which is good. So that, she goes down there. That goes there. Right, up top, first off, T6 needs to move, and this bit needs to move. We can actually get this back to how it should be looking. The only thing is, I just don't know if I've given too much space to this bit, so that is the only thing. Yeah, that is the treehouse. Treehouse is huge. It does not fit in a Kallax cube either. So that is the slight problem. So this massive thing here does not fit in one of the cubes. So I am going to winterize this. Oh, I wonder actually if it can just go. Can it go? Because I don't know actually. I have no idea if it'll fit. Hang on. Because this is one place I haven't tried. No. Oh, bugger. I can't get it on there. It's just a little bit tall. So this is a struggle at the moment. I do not know. I don't know where to put this. If anybody's got any ideas, that would be fantastic, because I can, not for the life of me, figure out where that needs to go. I'm sure we will work it out, but I do not know. It will look good in a winter display, but I haven't got anywhere to kind of store it, which is a bit problematic. Let's be quite honest about things. It is a little bit of a pain in the backside. Right, I'm currently grabbing some blue base plates. And we will see what needs to be done, because we can go front to back with these. I've used so many blue base plates, it's ridiculous. Nice. Well, keep it update how you get on, Audley. Yeah, yeah, that'd be the plan, Reese. Yeah, that'd be the plan. So yeah, we could give that a go and just see what's what. So yeah, I mean, it depends on if it could go anywhere over here. I don't think it can. I don't think it can go anywhere over here. It won't work with any of that. It's definitely not going to work on this bit. You can see the nose of the Venator. I'm so annoyed I knocked that. I hit that. That's what I hit. I hit that bit of wood underneath here. I just misjudged the length. So I know I've got to fix that. But no, that treehouse isn't going to go. It's not going to work. I don't know if it'll go up by the slice. That's the only potential place it could actually live. Could it go up by the slice? And you have like a little bit of a tree area beside it, but I don't know again if that's a waste of space going there. But I haven't got, because I could obviously make it snowy. I don't know. Making my way into town, walking. Ah, fair enough. Homebound. Are you off ski? Are you? Audley is off. Yeah, so there's options, Reese, basically with that, but I just don't know. I just do not know what the best thing is, because I don't know what the best thing is to put up by the slice. So yeah, I'm not too sure. So if you've got any ideas, then obviously let me know, because I am lost with it. But yeah, winterize will be good. It does not fit in the Kallax and it won't go anywhere else. So that's not exactly ideal. Sean, how are we? I'm trying not to break my neck on the loft ladders. So we will see what is going on. So I just don't know if I'm doing this display's too silly. I just don't know. I just don't know if this is just a complete waste of space or not, to be honest. So because we're going to be four up. Let's go in there. We have got another one going on in there. And you would have that like that in there. So it's all blue. So, and then across the back would be the backdrop for there's your Jaws boat. So of course the other thing is that if the Jaws because that's what it would look like, but I just don't know if that space can be utilized better because you've got the harbour master. Because I do like that. I do like the boat coming through, and then across the back would just be a couple of modulars or other little bits and pieces, and then of course we can get some sharks. We can get some sharks in there. So we've got Bruce looking good. So we can add that in there, and we can add you in here as well. There's stuff that we can do with this. Tell you what, that's another thing I've just broken. How many things have I broken now? Honestly, I am on it today. He is missing his part of his jaw, and he's missing his tail, which is great. So that'll be up here. That'll be up here somewhere. That'll be around the Ninjago boat, or it's going to be on the floor or something. Everything, Sean. It's not started well, to be honest. Within the first 5 minutes, I knocked the Veneta cheese against a bit of wood, so the front pinged, so I need to sort that out. Then the arse end of the sail barge came apart, and then the roller coaster track on the Harry Potter thing has come off, all at the same time. So, yeah, fun. Yeah, fun. But yeah, I am pulling out. I do like that. I do think that looks nice. I just don't know, because obviously it's supposed to be the Jaws, the actual Jaws display, so it does need a couple more things behind it. But if I go 3 deep, I don't really think it would need that much. The bottom right hand corner obviously is not going to look like that. That's just going to be, that'll be sorted out. But I don't, because what should I put in that side beside Potter? There's space for carousel. We could bring the carousel at the front. I could have it as an amusement area beside Potter, and it's the carousel with just the smaller rides, because we could have that close by to it as well. There's little things that we could do, because I've got all the little sets. So it's just making sure I remember to put them in. But I do like the Harbour Master, the Jaws, and the old fishing store. And then the plan is just to have a length across the back as a strip, and then that should be good. So, Ultra Lego Collector. How is Ultra Collector doing? But yeah, I do like this. So the backdrop is for Bricklink. Now we might do a dirty double tonight, only because we need to have a bit of a countdown to the wish list for Bricklink for this evening. So we might do a dirty double, and of course, then we'll kick things off with a big stream tomorrow with the Bricklink stuff. But no, that's what Jaws would look like, and then across the back, I mean, I could add the pet shop in, and I could add other little bits and pieces in, but really that is meant for the Bricklink Designer Program set. That is not coming out for a long time. So there's nothing I have got to put there at the moment, but I do want to do something on the right hand side. So I can't do anything with that on this stream, but I am thinking maybe the carousel goes there and some of the smaller sets. It's like a little fun fair type area, which would work because at least that's just a display at the front. You can look down on that side and just be a fun fair display on the other side. So that won't be too bad. So Reese is currently doing the A-frame cabin. So that now leads me on to the next thing. What do I put up by the death slice? So what goes up? What goes up there? That is the question. What goes up on that bit? Because the only thing that I can think of is the treehouse. But would the treehouse look all right there, or would that look a little bit silly? Because I would put the big Christmas tree there. But if I put the big Christmas tree there, the treehouse won't fit where the big Christmas tree is, which is a bit of a pain. I have, Sean, yeah. I've seen the Vader bust, and I've also seen that weird-looking Yoda thing. So, yeah, we might end up doing a dirty double. Depends on how painful this one goes. I might just lose the will to live and not bother. Because what else could we do? Because that's now a problem. It wasn't a problem, but now I've broken the Venator. That is a massive problem. So I do need to put the Venator basically here. That needs to be my repair bay station. And I can't repair it with the carousel in the way. It's not gone well. I wonder if I can be clever. I wonder. I wonder if I can bring this over. Watch this fall down the loft ladders now. You watch. That can go there. Magic. Right, so if I just did that originally, I would have just put the cheese in better. So I just don't know how I'm going to do this. Right, at least you got a bit of a better view of me. I might fall down the loft hatch again. So who knows? So let's have a. Yeah, you got a view, haven't you? You got a view. Because I don't think I've got the swing. This is so big. All right, so I need to repair this. That is slightly annoying. But how is everybody today? Are we doing anything exciting this evening? Well, we can still get Jaws here, Ultra. Can't you get Jaws over in the States? Jaws is still available. Jaws is still available. I'm so annoyed with myself. I've done that. So annoying. Yeah, it's you're joking. It's popped a couple of bits off. That's the first ever time I've done that. What an absolute idiot. Now, this has taken some serious abuse, this set, and it took me ramming it into a bit of wood for the front bit to come off. So, massive credit where credit's due for this one. This is extremely sturdy. It just needed an absolute wallop for it to come off. Bits falling off everywhere. Not gone to... Maybe that should be the name of the stream, like not gone to plan. Maybe. Oh, because I read it in reverse order, all I can see is Ryan says, please do. And then the comment above is, please don't fall through your floor. Well, there's a big hole there, oddly, so it wouldn't really be falling through the floor. It would just be going down the loft ladders. Yeah, it was Jay. Yeah, it was indeed. Right, I'm going to have to get the instructions out. Because that's on the front. Oh, that's on the stand. Okay. Figured that bit out. There's another bit on the stand there. What's this? Oh, that's not to do with it. Oh, I can't believe I did that. All right, to be fair, I can. I can believe I did it. Yeah. What is missing? I've got to find the bit. Yeah, for moral support. Yeah. Joe's like, I'm coming with you. You're going to get it. I'm like, why? It's like, oh, okay. All right. So, what is instructions? Let's have a look. Right. I want the 123. That one came out. 2023. What's the bit right on its... All I need to know is the bit on its tip. And just find that piece. Downloading the instructions in the background. Right, there's one bit that goes there. Oh, hang on. I put that bit in the wrong place. That makes sense. Well, it doesn't make sense. So that bit is a cheese wedge. That bit. I can't believe how hard I've hit it. Does it even fold in on itself? Where does it clip in? Or does it just sit? Or maybe it just sits. So it's can't act. Need to figure out which way this pit goes at the front. Off by a mile, honestly. It's bad. It's so bad. I physically into a bit of wood. It's not going to win that, is it? It held strong, don't get me wrong, but I just need to figure out what this bit is here. I can't quite figure out where it is in the instruction booklet, to be honest. I don't know which way it goes. So, what step do we think that is? Let's have a look at the Venator together. There you go. The Venator. In all of its glory. It's fully complete by the very, very, very front because it's currently in my hands. Don't hold it. Look at that. Do not finger an engine is what he's telling you there. Look, he's got his finger deep inside the back end of that Venator there. I'll stop shouting at you. You're going to go blind. That's the first booklet. I don't think we put this bit on the first booklet. If anybody would like to take a guess of where the very, very front tip of this goes, not got a clue. I have not got a clue. I can't figure it out. I'm too thick. That's unreal, isn't it? That wasn't me, by the way. I'm not the one that's done that. Well, I just know that what that is doing is not. Don't think that's right. It doesn't look the same. It's two pieces. How can I physically not figure out how two bits are supposed to look? No. Not correct. Can't be that difficult, can it? It really can't be that difficult. Everything else is there. Everything is there. Idiot. Idiot, idiot, idiot. You're going to be getting the 95? Oh, the Air Max. Yeah, so how's the poll going, actually? Let's have a look. So the poll, 40% of you like the Douglas DC3, 10% for the trainers, 20% for Tintin. Tintin's not done very well in any of the polls, so maybe there's not going to be that much love for Tintin. And Murray's on 30%. Right, so with the cheese, I suppose now would be a good time to see if it will fit. I wonder if it would be a good time to see if it will fit the side on. I wonder. Right, hang on. Yeah, I wonder if we can. I am contemplating life stood here at the moment. Because the Venator won't work there, will it? Obviously. It is nice to see it, don't get me wrong. But it's definitely not going to work there. All right, you guys are talking about the shoe. Let me just whack the shoe up very quickly for you. Hang on. So the shoe that you guys and girls are talking about is this here. It's a new trainer, which we'll cover shortly. So it is. There's a Douglas, big Douglas, big old Doug, and then you've got. I think I might have just passed it. I have passed it. Just wanted to look at the shipping container. Hang on. Let's go back to. Where are there? Just come with a figure as well, doesn't it? For the Air Max 95, $89.99. 1,213 pieces. So there you go, Reese. You could put that with your shipping container if you really wanted to. I never owned a pair, so I don't have anybody. There you go. That's what that. If anybody wants those, that is all for you. So yeah, you can go. Anybody that's going to go all in on that, that's obviously the time to get it. Yeah, I think what I do is I'll reverse it in because yeah. Oh, no, because I reverse it in, I can't pick it up and tip it. I just don't think we've got enough angle. Right, you guys you're gonna have to let me know because you're gonna have to. So what we're gonna try and attempt right now is Reese's idea, which is having this upright against the wall. But I don't think we've got enough width. So I think what we're gonna have to do is potentially put it somewhere else. Is what I'm thinking. So we'll just have to wait and see. But let me know. Let me know. Right. What does this look like? I'm not too sure how to tip it without breaking it. I'm not 100% sure on it. No, it would be along there somewhere. And then I might. Well, I'll tell you what. There's actually a chance. There is an actual chance of that happening, but I'm going to have to move you so you can see. Because we're aiming to angle this in. I don't know where you can actually go to see it. That's the only problem. because I think we've actually got enough height from up here to here, I think. Potential. But it needs to be right on its side. Right. That's what it needs to be like, doesn't it? So that will fit. But I don't know how to get it up there. I didn't think I'd have the wingspan, but I do. The wingspan is there. But I do not know how it can go. Anybody got any ideas how that would fit? It will fit. That's the amazing thing. And it won't take up any, literally take up no table space either. But I don't know how it will work. Now, if anybody's got any suggestions with how to actually get that there as the backdrop, that could work quite nicely. Because obviously it's not vertical because this is at a slight angle, but put the top of the wing up from that bit. But I have no idea. It almost needs to slot into something really, or clip in. But it needs to be wrapped and supported around the sides, and I don't know if it'll be strong enough that way. Because I can put a lot of hooks into here. Good evening, Ultra. How are we? Yeah, I don't know, but it does fit, doesn't it? Because I know you can't really see the widest bit, but I can't really place you anywhere for you to see it properly. If I put you over there, you'd be too far away. So, but no, width-wise, it does go, but it's just getting it up there. I think because what I'm going to actually have to physically do is pull this table that's in front of it out the way, so I can actually reach it for a start, because I can't reach it from here because of course I'm stood over the loft hatch. So I can't physically mount it from where I am. But the table that you're on, if I pulled this table out, I could then literally have it over. Because then we can have like the cheese sandwich across the back. Because when another one comes, it can go on the other side. Maybe, but I don't know. That is the thing. I am not 100% sure. Not 100% sure. So at least we've tried that, which is good. And if you notice, nothing fell off. So I do all of that and move it all around, and nothing falls off. It's just going to fall off when I smash it up. But it's just big, isn't it? No idea, oddly. They're not that precious, to be honest, so I have no idea. That is to be fair, half of them wouldn't come down the loft ladders anyway, so the ones that you would think would just melt. Yeah, I think it would go, but it's just trying to get it. It's just trying to get it to fit. That's the only thing. Yeah. Yeah, that is the thing. So I don't know. So at least there is potential for it, because if it doesn't go there, I just don't know. There's no other way of doing it, really. Because the stand it comes with, I don't think would be. I don't think the stand would be angled enough, because we'd lose too much table space. So we can't really do that. Yeah, it'd have to go in the wood. I would have to go into the actual main bit of timber, because that thing's so heavy it would rip it straight out the drywall and plasterboard. So that wouldn't work. But it could hang on the roof, but it's not going to go that high, because obviously you can see the height of the actual roof. Yeah, well, yeah, because you've got the green bit of wood kicks in the opposite way, so all the angles are wrong in here. So the roof goes one way, the green thing kicks in the other. So yeah, that's as far back as it would. That's as far back as it would go. So yeah, it's just where and how to display it. If you guys and girls are thinking that's something that you'd like to see, because we're going to get the Enterprise on the roof eventually, oddly, so we can't really have the Star Wars stuff. And don't forget, there's supposed to be a Superstar Destroyer coming at some point as well, so you can have both of them nose to nose as a backdrop to the Miniland. So there's an option there for stuff much further down the line. Well, the base itself is built in with Technic, and it's built into the build. That's why it's so fragile. So you'd have to keep the base in it, basically. But the roof goes that way, and the green bit goes that way, and you want the other set the other way. So it's just very, very heavy, and it's a big thing. So, but you would want it at a steep angle, because if it's not at a steep angle, it'll eat into the back of the table too much, and that's obviously something that we don't want. We basically want it to the top of the roof, coming down. Now you could use the stand, and you could wrap it around the inside of the legs of the stand, as long as it doesn't try and pull the pin out. Because of course the stand's not really designed to be ripped away that way. But no, there's definitely things that we can do with it, and it does fit height wise of that angle. It's just, it would be nice to have as a backdrop flying all the way down, and then if as and when they do the other one, you could potentially have that on the other side, because it's going to be a micro scale. So it's going to be it'll basically be the backdrop to the Miniland. That's what it will be. But to actually do it, this table would have to be pulled well away. So I obviously can't reach. Well, it's just the weight difference, isn't it? Because like the Venator's a lot heavier, a lot heavier. But obviously it can't. Well, it can for now. It's safe there, but it's not going to live there. It's just where does it end up going? It has to move, because we've put the modulars on that shelf. So we've gained. Don't forget, we've gained another 9 base plates doing this, but that has to move. To gain 9 base plates, they have to basically be utilized, those double Kallaxes, and then that Venator will have to move. But it does mean that we can make up a Tatooine, so we can do a Tatooine. I was just thinking like no nails and just hoping for the best, to be fair. But because it's on the angle, I just don't know how strong it is to tie it, because I just don't know if the wing would want to push in and ping off. So yeah, it's going to be a trial and error. I can get some hooks into the wood. We could try it over the weekend. We could literally do a huge live stream over the weekend and just see if we can get it done. Because if that's where it's going, there's no point me putting any base plates on here or anything. Because of course, if this is all has to be moved, just for, like the first two. Well, this table will have to. That other table can stay where it is, but all the stuff that's underneath the table, I need to stand where it is. So all of that will need to be pulled out. So if for me to hook it up onto the thing takes 5 minutes, it's probably about 2 hours of actually moving stuff about. But it's doable. So there's one option. And of course, what we have done is, you're still plugged in, aren't you? Is we moved that over on that side, and I think that looks really nice there. But we need to, that carousel is going. I think the carousel is best off going next to the Harry Potter rather than putting it in with the Jurassic Park. I think if we put the carousel beside the Harry Potter and made like a little fun fair playground, I think that's probably the best way to do it, because it would be the carousel goes in that bit. So I've just got to move all those boxes out and pull that down. So do I do that first? Maybe I should, because now this table, I can't use this table for anything else. So why don't I do that? That make more sense, won't it? So why don't we do the fun fair bit, and then we can, I'll plug you back in, and then we can get this bit nailed at the bottom. So the sets that are going to go back, I'll put up at the top, stack the boxes, and I can get that all sorted off the stream, which is great. Then we need to get the base plates down for that side, because obviously now I've moved the Potter. That will work. And we've now got the 2 tracks back. So I've got to think of what I'm going to do with those tracks. But no, I think that makes the most sense putting it in there, because I've got lots of little bits which I've kind of gone on. I never know what to do with them, and they just get moved around and around and around and around. But like the little Ferris wheel could go in here now, so that makes sense, and just have it as like a little fun fair area. Yeah, it's not finished yet. That's it. It's not finished. So we haven't finished Charizard yet. That's the only reason why it's here. So I'm not finishing that until this bit's done. So yeah, the Charizard will be finished tomorrow. So I'll build that up tomorrow and get that done, and then I can do a little review video and all that kind of nonsense, and then go from there. So yeah, that's what can be done. But yeah, we've got stuff to build, we've got stuff to do. But yeah, it's just seeing what is what with what, basically. Okay, right, so let's get back on here then, shall we? Let's get back on here. I can move, because I've just taken that table apart, so I need that drill. This isn't going to... This just isn't the right thing, really. This just isn't going to fit. Not up in this bit. That's not going to fit there. It's a shame, really, because it's big enough to go with those upscale models, but it's just not the right thing. So that'll go back into storage. These work bits, I can figure these out off the stream. That's like the Yoda's hut as well. I brought these up as a test to see if it would work in the Miniland, but it's not going to now Because don't forget that monstrosity of a big set. We've still got to make sure that'll fit for height as well. Because if that big set doesn't fit where we said we were going to put it, then I am going to have to rejig everything. I don't really want to do that. I think there's a couple of different ones. I actually don't know, Reese, because I haven't scanned that. So somebody in the chat will have to let you know what they use. There's a couple of different ones that you can scan. So somebody has to help Reese out with what it is they use. Yes. Yeah, we'll get it together. But no, it'd be nice to get the one. I've got all these little prey cars and all that kind of stuff. So we've got much smaller builds if I want to do some of the smaller ones. I didn't think I had, but we've got that little restaurant of the world thing that you go somewhere or just get that binned off. Yeah, we've got some Year of the Horse. That'll go with the Year of the Rabbit for Reese. Bad game of Jenga, that is. Right, so. Yeah, there's definitely room for another set underneath there. So we will get the carousel. We'll put the carousel down. Yeah, I will grab that. Let's have a look. All right, here we go. Can I get that underneath? Will it fit? Just. So the problem I've got with the bottom one is the wood. There's always a problem, isn't there? The wood that's around this loft hatch is higher. So I've got to go up and over. And it never works. But that flag will sit back on top. So that goes at the back. We'll put some little funfair stuff around it. I think that actually might be okay. What do you think? I'll put whatever base plates down I need to put down later. I'll just sort of place all of this up accordingly. I'm assuming it's going to go probably green or grey, which I would imagine. Green or grey, I would imagine. We've got some different colours on here. Got the new game. Back to the Future. Nice. DJI, hello to you. How are we? How is DJ? Right, so this also needs to go. That can disappear. Goodbye. I can finally go back with the Star Wars dumping pile, and that is a future problem shortly down the line. Yeah, Reese got that straight away. It reminded me of the Universal Florida. That's what it reminded me of. So yeah, I picked that up from Bricklink, obviously. So yeah, I got that. I got that straight away. Yeah, it's a little bit fragile across the bottom, but everything else is fine. So and it's a beautiful thing. But yeah, my whole point, I got that because I knew the Jaws was coming. And because I knew Jaws was coming, I picked that up, got the Jaws, and then just wanted to make a full-blown Jaws display. So that was the plan. So, but yeah, it's a real nice thing. Well, it's tomorrow, isn't it? The countdown. So it's Friday. We all said, wasn't it, the 20th? You got me panicking now. It's tonight. It's not tonight, is it? Series 10. 20th. Yeah, I think it's 8 o'clock tomorrow. So I think they're doing their own thing on YouTube, and then we've got we'll do our own live stream after. So at least it's Friday, so it's not too bad then, is it? So yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, possibly, because I think it'd be quite nice to look at your favorites to see what you might hope it to be, like a top 5 prediction. We could do a top 5 prediction one tonight for an hour, and then it'll all be about Bricklink tomorrow. I might obviously do a build, but I'll have to stop earlier because I want to watch their live stream, and then once their live stream's done, we can go live. But I'll have our chat up and running, so we can just chit chat as we go, and then the second their live stream finishes, we'll be going, because that's what we did last time, and then we can just go, because also we'll just see the sets. I don't think we'll get the price. I can't remember. I don't think we get the pricing or anything, because the pricing gets finalized when the actual design gets finalized. So yeah, they're amazing, Ultra. You just missed out on the Japanese restaurant, because that just finished the other week. So Series 10 tomorrow gets announced, and then later on in the year, or next year even, you can then go for it. But the next is Series 8, I do believe, is next, and that'll be in a few months. And then, of course, Series 11 is second week of May, I think. I'm still interested in the program, but there's one thing that I would want to complete this, and it's the stuff. It's a set from Series 9, and then after that, unless it's a roller coaster masterpiece or a Winter Village thing, I'm not really too fussed in it at the moment, because there is amazing designs in there, but no, it's because of whatever it may be. So yeah, the when we did the real deep dive last time with all of the different sets and things, that's happening again 9th of May, I think. So we can just do another live stream like that, or I think it's the 11th of May actually. So yeah, we've got some bits and pieces, but yeah, so you got a few months until that one gets shipped, and then you got to wait for all of your bits. So obviously everybody that ordered those stuff, it'd be nice and exciting for all of you guys, and obviously you can pick those bits and pieces up. So yeah, I didn't obviously get anything, and then yeah, just have to wait and see what happens. So yeah, well, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see with regards to what happens in the future with those. So I am looking for, I think, just a couple more greys, so I know I can put those up on there. But they haven't done a big winter set for ages. And when I was paying attention to the reveals for Series 9, I guess. There was one set that caught my eye, and it was basically the perfect Jaws. It's to go at the back. So where there's a gap next to townhouses, it's to go there. So I've had space for it for like a year and a half. No, that is the Lego Ideas. That's the old fishing store from Lego Ideas. So, but you might find like Ultra, if you missed out on some bits and pieces, they might do a restock for cancelled orders. So you might get lucky in a few months after. So maybe January next year, February next year, because Ultra Bricks got lucky and backtracked some of the Western stuff that way. So that was pretty good. Yeah, we've got all these little architecture displays to do and other bits and pieces to do. So yeah, we are literally, stuff will be coming out here now, and we can just make it look neat and tidy and do all these other little bits and pieces. So yeah, just got to figure out the pattern to these, and then that's because there's no more of those going to get added. We can just keep the 9 thing. Oh, you're talking about that one? Yes, that's the one that I'm after. Yeah, the one across the back, which is just breathtaking. So yeah, that's an amazing looking thing. I'll whack that up for you. I know what you mean. So hang on. So you are this one, the Fisherman's Village. So that's the one that I would get because it would go across the back. That's the one that finishes the display off, because I've got the others to go with it. So these 3, any configuration you want, and it will go across the back shelf. And that's the one that I said when they first did the voting stage for, that's the one that caught my eye. I was like, that is my favorite set of Series 9, because that's the one I wanted for that display, and it made it. So we've got that. We've got basically the equivalent of Series 9 reveals tomorrow. So we'll do a live stream tomorrow. So yeah, so we've got a lot of stuff coming tomorrow with regards to the Bricklink Designer Program stuff. So we'll do a wish list tonight. We'll do another stream later on for Series 10. Obviously, Series 11 is the countdown on. Series 7 you've already paid for. You guys have anyway. And Series 8 is coming on the 9th of June. And you've got the choice of these sets here. So yes, Bricklink is a juggernaut. It will going and going and going. But tomorrow is a big day tomorrow for Bricklink. So we'll be checking that out. So yeah, the Fisherman's Village is to go in that gap. That's what the plan is. So yeah, just with just got the Harbour Master because of the Jaws boat, and it's just hopefully going to snowball from there. So I just need to get one more base plate for the bit across the top, and then we can tuck into the rest. Yeah, so we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. But no, the actual Bricklink sets are very, very nice. And they are nice to build. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with the future of Bricklink at the moment, I think. So that is all 9 of those grey base plates back down. So they're all back on, and then it's just a case of getting it lined up to how it needs to how it needs to be. So we can make that work. It never came. Well, the insiders thing, it didn't turn up. Yeah, well, it's true. Yeah, the shipping is a big old. See, the Jaws would work well with it. I don't forget the Jaws is on its own stand, so you could get away with having. You could have the Jaws next to the shipping container if you wanted like a boat display. So that could work. Oh, the package didn't arrive. Ah, that's not very good. Those all dotted about. London, Sydney, New York, Chicago. He says, I don't know what else they're going to do with these, to be honest. I have no idea what else they are going to make up. But that's all in rough. And then we've got this one. We've got this one to do. So that'll go there. And depending on how tall the Eiffel Tower is, will depend on the placement of all of them. So once the Eiffel Tower is built, we can get that in fully, which should be good. Fingers crossed. As long as you've got a tracking order number, fingers crossed you might be able to get it in and get it done, which would be a nice little thing, wouldn't it? So, okay. Right. So, where are you lot going to park now? Because we need to make some space over on this side of the display now. So we're moving locations is what we're doing. We're going to be moving locations, but I am just trying to figure out where to actually put you. Let's figure it out, because you're now coming over this side and we are doing this. So where is a good position for you? Probably there, I would imagine. So if you're going to go there, I've got to move the Bowser back. You're not going to see anything otherwise. So that's not very good if you can't see anything, is it? Will you? I don't think you're going to. I think you're going to be too big to fit in that gap, to be honest, but we can soon find out and soon see if I can actually get you in on this bit. You fit that? Yes. Right, so we're now moving over to this side of the display. We need to place the stuff that needs to go in the right position. So, my fluid, we can over to this side now. Everyone's liked the video so far, guys. Thank you very much indeed. Right, okay, so first thing first, Potter. Brilliant. What are we going to do with the second Harry Potter track? It can only really go in with Star Wars, I guess. So what am I doing with that, which I've broken now, by the way, obviously. So because I've got one being used with the balls. And there's absolutely... I can't really put a base plate on it and put a Pokemon display on it or anything, can I? I don't think. I don't. No. No, I'm looking at the big Blastoise set going, would it fit on those? No, it'd be too big. What can go on that? I'm not even going to bother. That noise was as bad as what you thought it was. So yes, I have got options with that. I would like to utilize it with something. It does look a little bit spooky. I don't know if I could put it with the Jurassic Park. I'm sure. I don't know. Doesn't matter, Reese. Doesn't matter. We'll just add it to the list of boff. Well, there's multiple options with it. It's just I don't know. It was close too, yeah. I think it had some encouragement. It was close too, but yeah, I don't know. Because the base takes up quite a lot of space. So if I wanted to add to a set, something could go on it. But I can't have it on the floor to put something on top unless it's on here to my left. So if I was to do that, I could potentially put the cantina on it. If I wanted the cantina up high. The sail barge would not fit on the one because it's too long. And unless the Razor Quest suddenly turns up, which that's not going to happen, that's where the Razor Quest would have gone. But that is not happening because we've got the balls on the other side. The Star Wars thing is a completely different problem for a completely different day. But do we try and have it in Star Wars? That's the thing. It's like, do we try? Because I can, for now, I'm just going to get it out of the way. I want to put the correct kind of base plates up on that bit. So that's what we're going to have to do. But now I've just got to step over the thing that's broken and just pretend that it didn't break. Just not worry about it at all. Just pretend that never happened. And then, yeah, hope for the best is the only thing that I could possibly do. So yeah, if anybody has any idea what can be done with this, how bad did I break the track? It can't be that complicated to put back together, surely. I built two of them, so we should be able. I have put it on top of the GoPro camera. That's not ideal, broken up as it is. So. So that, done a thing. I think I fixed it. Oh, done a thing. There we go. The track's back on. Fantastic. Good option, Sean. Yeah, good option. What is the second option? One, just drop it through the loft hatch. Yes, very true. Ultra, it is. Send it to me for disposal. Well, there's an opportunity. But I have got two of them. And it is not. Well, yes. But this originally had the Joker Manor on top, so it raised the Joker Manor up. you can put much taller sets. You can put much taller sets on it. It does take the weight of the Avengers Tower. So you could have the Avengers Tower on it. You could do silly things with it. It just needs something on top of it, but I don't know what set to put on it. And the only space really at now we've got is Star Wars. That's the only place it can really realistically go. So, and that's where it was, don't forget. It was down in the Star Wars bit, ready for the Razor Quest. Don't forget, we prepped it, didn't we? We prepped it last year. Well, the trios could go on top of it, but then where does it go? Because, of course, if we're thinking of like theming of lands and stuff, so it could go down with the fantasy stuff, maybe. But it won't do any harm in Star Wars, but it's just that's something that needs to be thought of, or it doesn't get used at all. It's just the base is very big. That's the thing. It's a big back size on it. It's huge, as you can tell. So it takes a lot of weight, and one of them is serving a very good purpose at the moment, but the other one is really for the Razor Quest. And because now because obviously the Venator's moved, we can now have a condensed style, an actual smaller Star Wars display, and it is all going to be like the Tatooine type thing. But I haven't got the space to do that now. So that'll happen at the next time. Colosseum. Not a chance. Not a chance. Well, the Colosseum would hit the roof for a start, Reese. You would need both of them. You'd probably need 4 of them, to be honest. You need like a pillar on each bit. It looked great, all 4. But no. I think it's going to have to be the Star Wars, and we're going to have to figure out what's going to go with the Star Wars. But for safety, I'm going to put it by the shadow box. But we need to think of what we can do. So I'm looking at all of the other sets going, no, no, no. It could go by, I was going to say, it could actually go by the Death Slice. What we use this for. It's a good call, could part it out. We don't need it in here, because I've got one. And obviously the bank is in the Kallax. The other Star Wars stuff that I'm sat around is all of this monstrosity down here. So you've got the balls are up on that's flying up on the other thing. So you've got just this nonsense just here is the only other stuff for Star Wars. So the only other stuff that I've got is the sail barge, cantina, and the balls. That's it. If the big Pokemon stand would take it, I would, but it wouldn't fit on it. So I could have raised that up. But I just don't think it's the right theming. Because you could have had the Pokemon little minifigures in it, but I don't think that would work. I want to try and make it work in the theme park setting, and the problem is the ceiling height doesn't take it. But if it's on a 32 by 32 base plate or slightly bigger, it will take the weight of it. It'll take a lot of weight. It's built very well. It's just awkward, as Sean knows. It is a little bit of a pain in the backside. But no, the Star Wars section will do in a different stream. Because it's literally all there. There's just like the odd set where it's like, so like Indiana Jones probably isn't going to go into anything, and the Pizza Oven Star Wars set is probably not going to go into anything either. So I don't think I can make Indiana Jones work in the Miniland, which is a bit of a shame. I don't think it will work on this side because I think that other set's so big. Well, it's down here. That's where it is. It's down here with the Star Wars stuff. It's all got to be. This is where Star Wars is living. There'll be a light underneath here, nice light shone on it. Down it goes, and you'll see it all in all of its glory. So, but it's just the tall stuff needs to have the height, and that's just fine because it's just underneath the shelf. It can be brought over. That can be so. Yeah, we can move some of the Star Wars bits and pieces around. But yeah, we got no choice but to commit to moving that cheese. So, but the cantina does look good. It is a smart set. It does look nice. But all of this underneath here, where it's dark, will obviously just have like a little bit of a strip light. So when we're doing these things, you'll be able to see it, no problems. I've got the little lights that I'm moving around with at the moment, and they seem to do the trick okay. But yeah, okay. We'll get that moved out the way for now, and then so I would like to try and save Indiana Jones, but I don't really think there's anywhere that we can put it. Oh, yeah. If I just did something like that, it makes a big old difference because you can just see the sets a little bit clearer, can't you? And that's only one of those little lights. So yeah, let's just move this, and then like I said, I've moved the one table, I'll move the other, and we should be okay. Eventually, we should be all right. Hopefully, it should be all right eventually, and hopefully, it should be important. Yeah, so that'll live there for now, safe and sound at the moment. Yeah, that's it. If you're all in on Star Wars, but obviously my priority is the architecture, Miniland stuff, with some of the Pokemon stuff. So, yeah, Cantina's nice. That might be sold though at some point. It might go. So, yeah, clean because the module. Yeah, it's only in a shelf. So yeah, that's all that bit is. So. It's what? How many modules are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 modules on the length across the shelf, and that was just in anticipation for all of this. So yeah, the stuff that's been thrown down here, it all just needs to be pulled out and put back in neatly. That's the thing. Just because of the changes to it all. So yeah, this just needs a bit of a wiggle around, and at the moment, all of this is just going to get thrown in here because this is what we've got no choice but to do. And then it'll all get pulled out because I'll build up like a little lack table, pull all the sets out, and we'll put them all in neat and tidy because there's plenty of space here for Star Wars, no problem. Put the right colour base plates down and it'll be fine. But yeah, all of this kind of snowballed. None of this was actually planned to my left-hand side, so we kind of did that sporadically. But it works. We got things like that. Look, we've got to put the dragon in. But of course, we can put something in the Colosseum. There's stuff that we could do with the Colosseum. Yeah, the street it works. I think that's one of the better ways of doing the modulars, to be honest. You either have to have them spaced out or a long length. So one or the other. I've always liked them close together. I think a long line works. Yeah, I think a long line works. So it works. It like I said, it carries on all the way underneath, but it's just nice having a layered city, I think. So yeah, it does the trick, doesn't it? It does the trick. But it's little mistakes like this, because we made up this thing, and this was a box giveaway, wasn't it? And we made this up, and literally as it made up, everyone was like, "Oh no, actually, there's a better idea to do this, and this." And that's where the Pokemon thing came from. So because of this one little giveaway, I got the big Pokemon set. It's a terrifying thought, isn't it? Terrifying thought. Yeah, this is another problem for another day. And this is another problem for another day. You are the ghost that goes with the Ghostbuster Firehouse, so I'll throw you there. So yeah, no care for Star Wars today. That can wait. And we will work out what we're doing with the other bits and pieces. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's just a little one, and then you've got the little probe just beside it. And that's something else. It's like what we put in up on that side. The treehouse could go there. That's where the treehouse could live. And I could make that Christmassy. Basically snowballs, Ultra. You go, oh, we could put this here. Oh, this is coming out. This is happening. What about this? Don't forget this is coming. This has just been leaked. And then it got leaked. And then within making one space set, decided now that the Enterprise is going to get stuck to the ceiling. And we've made this line of Pokemon. All from that one space conversation. So yeah, when there's a few people in that have got creative mind, it snowballs quite quickly. Especially when you're trying to pre-plan the stuff. So all of this side now is my extra space, which is what I want. Because of what the plan is for this one. It's just seeing what will survive, what won't survive, and then go from there. Yeah, well, the Star Wars itself, that had nowhere else to go. So literally, it was a case of the Star Wars has to fit there. I literally had no idea if it would fit, and it fits. It's the only thing in this room that has fitted with no problem, which I'm amazed by. It's like of all the things for it not to work. So yeah, it's one of them. So who knows? But that's a worry for a different time. A worry for a different one. That is the X-Wing, X-Jet. And you are going into there. Right, so I was thinking for this area, there's another dinosaur, so I put that with the other dinosaurs. And might make sense having this from the Natural History Museum and having it with the Jurassic Park. I think that would look nice. Because I'll make a Jurassic Park display up off the live stream, so you'll have like odd videos being uploaded. Yeah. So what have we got? So we are going to take some of those away. I think we're going to add some sand face plates. I think would be nice. Sand base plate. There's one. There's another. Okay. All right, so that is those 6, I do believe. I need a bit of rejig. And then I don't know whether to, because I'm assuming that this new massive thing that's supposed to be coming out is obviously grey base plating needs to be on. Yeah, they don't worry about that, Reese. There's space for that. Yeah, so the Jurassic Park section, as and when that happens, there's space for that with the T-Rex stuff. So that's something else that needs base plates putting down. But with how I've got moving all the bits and pieces at the moment, I can't really. Well, we might be able to get there today. We might be able to just throw some base plates underneath and just have a little bit of a tidy up on that bit as well. The Death Star itself cannot physically move left or right. So you've got like a base plate and a half either side, and then you've got the problem with the roof height as well. So the sets have to be much shorter. It wouldn't even fit a modular to the one side. So yeah, you just have to have a think. We've got space. The Star Wars stuff's not happening today. So I mean, I've got like little X-wings down here. I've got the T6. I've got an ATTE. I've got other little bits and pieces up here. So there's stuff that could go in that corner, but yeah, as it stands at the moment, I just don't know what to put in that corner. No, the Death Star can't move. It can't physically go anywhere. If it ever moved, it gets sold. So, it's the shelf itself long, and it just happens to be perfect to the very, very top. The fact that it's literally touching the ceiling at the angle of the roof is just lucky that it fits there, because I'm amazed that it does, to be honest. So what we have got is that configuration. We have got 3 more base plates with nothing on, and then we've got 6 base plates for grey. So that's going to be the split between the big sets on that side, and then obviously I'll figure out how to sort out that space on the other bit. But that is all going to be on that bit. So yeah, so that's the plan. Obviously the Colosseum needs to be fixed, so we can figure that out and get the path down for the nice little walkthrough. But that is space for July. That's the space that's needed for July, because we don't know how big it is. I think it's going to be 6. I think it's going to take up 6 base plates. I just don't know the height. Does anybody have any inkling of how tall that set's going to be? Yeah, we get round to it. We can pop some bits and pieces on the bit. It's deceiving though, because there's not that much height, because the angle of the roof drops so quickly. We can see what we could put there, but you don't think it's gonna be it feels like it's gonna be 5 foot tall. The ship won't fit. Yeah, but that's not going to. It won't. The bigger ship won't fit. I mean, the sail barge might, but you've only got that space on that side. So this is not. This physically can't move left or right. It's literally pinned to the ceiling, and we've just got base plate and a half. There's a base plate with half space on that side, and you've got 2 base plates of space, but you won't have the height. So the only thing that might fit there would be the sail barge. That'd be the only thing. If the sail barge fits in there, then that's something completely different. But yeah, the sail barge might fit, but of course, to get to that bit, the Daily Bugle has to move and the Avengers Tower has to move, because we didn't put anything up on that bit when we were moving the stuff originally. And it's always gets to this point where I'm like, oh, everything's in, and I'm running out of only certain things go in certain places. But we have got, yeah, we've got two. Yeah, we'll say we've got two base plates of actual space, but the ceiling height itself will be a bit tricky. A bit tricky. The sail barge will definitely not fit where the other one is. The sail barge will not fit to the left-hand side. It will fit to the right-hand side because the shelf's not center. So it won't fit. The sail barge is far too long. Far too. I don't think people understand how big the sail barge is. The sail barge, I think, is like 3 base plates, so it might not actually fit the other side either. Oh. Yeah, this thing's huge. See? So that is 3 base plates long. So no, it's definitely not fitting there. 3 base plates in length is what that is sat on. So the answer to that is it does not have a hope in hell. So I've got a base plate and a half on one side and 2 base plates on the other. And this is 3 base plates long. So it ain't going up there. It'll go up there if the Death Star comes down, but that Death Star's not moving at all. So that ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. Which is a shame. It doesn't look nice. Yeah, sail barge goes. It's on the chopping block, isn't it? So I think loads of you got the sail barge though, didn't you? Loads of you got this. So yeah, it's a nice set. But we'll figure out where and what will happen up there. Because you can't put a modular up there. Pass. Oh. No, the sail barge is deceivingly big. What do you mean? What you want about? So we've got a base plate and a half there. It's a base plate and a half. And then we've got like 2.5 base plates on that side. But that sail barge is 3 base plates long. So it won't fit either side. And I can't move the Death Star left or right because it's pinned against the ceiling. Because there's more room on that side than there is on that side. There's less space on here than there is up here. So, and this physically can't move because it's literally touching the ceiling. I've had to take this physically touching up at the top. So it's so tight that it won't. I can't put the sail barge. The sail barge just will not fit there. It's very, very awkward, and the ceiling height is at a massive angle as well. It drops really quick. So the one thing that does fit there is a cantina, but it looks lost there. Yeah, that's it. It's deceiving. It's deceiving. The shelf's off center. So the small stuff's in the smaller side. The big stuff is open, but the sail barge is too big, and it's massive. So the other small Star Wars sets, there's nothing really that'll go there, really. So yeah, I don't know. That's the problem, because I just do not know what to utilize that space with, and I keep doing that. I've done that all night so far. I've been playing Pong with this. So yeah, it's a bit deceiving, but we'll get onto the Star Wars stuff soon enough, because underneath here we've got the Republic gunships underneath here. You've got the Ghost, you've got the T6, and you've got the AT-TE. All of them will be lost. All of those will be lost. So yeah, I'm not too sure. Yeah, Sail Barge is good. Sail Barge is a nice build. But it's big. So yes, it's 3 base plates long, and don't forget the flaps open up as well. So yeah, I don't know if we can extend the display up from the Marvel side or what. But it's not wasted space. It's going to get used, but it's just using it with the correct thing. So Reese is lurking. The eyeball is the eyeball's lurking in the background. Yeah, the flaps work. Yeah, the flaps work well. But yeah, this is this bit that you are in now works. That's it. So I can plug you back in actually, because you're not going to move from there now. So it's literally, if I leave the laptop where it is, I can't dump anything else on it. And now we can start to do whatever is needed to do, basically, because we'll just have to figure out what is going where and why and everything else. So there's a plug just here. I've got a laptop going over all those base plates, and I've got a tape measure. So let's figure out ceiling height. And then I want your predictions if we think this new thing's going to fit. Because Sean very kindly said it's 5 foot tall. So he thinks it's going to be the same height as the Eiffel Tower, which is terrifying. So the highest point of this ceiling from here to the top is under 3 foot. So it is, say, 31 inches or 79 centimeters is what it is. The back, the very, 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 very back is 14.5 inches or 37, 38 centimeters. No, Reese, we don't. We don't know. So I've got the space here. If it doesn't fit on this side, then it has to go this side. And it will completely change the dynamic of everything. And if that happened, then it would just be a nightmare, because obviously we want the NASA thing to go NASA, Bowser. Obviously, it's all moved because I've got all the boxes in the way, but it'd be NASA, Bowser, that, Pikachu. And then across the back, it would just be other models. Yeah, that's it. It's supposed to be, it is micro, but the Eiffel Tower is 5 foot tall, ultra. So the Eiffel Tower, from the floor to the city, it's like the Eiffel Tower can go in one place here. The Colosseum takes up 4 base plates. Yeah, I'm hoping it's because it's got all the stained glass windows in. It's just really detailed. That's what I'm hoping. That's what the architecture sets are. It's all smaller pieces. I say that the Colosseum has got some length, like longer bits in and bigger bits in, but the base is extremely sturdy. But we just don't know how tall it's going to be. So I just wonder. I wonder if it's going to be a broader set and say a foot or 2 tall, or if they're going to make a part of it and make it really, really tall. Because if they make it really tall, I'm shafted. Because if you think some of the sets that they've been doing recently are very tall. So molded Eevee just leaked. Looked like what you would expect. Ah, that's all right then. Yeah, because where you are now is obviously because I would see it all the time. So I'd be sat right beside it. So that would be good. Hang on. Just gone blind. Oh, yeah. Jay's already beat me to it. He's already sent me a message. Oh, it is a molder. Ah. We'll see. We will see. That'll get removed soon enough. Yeah. I wonder when all that's going to be coming out. Was that supposed to be the Pokeball? So again, behind me be maybe like the Pokeball. This is all eventual. It's not like it's not happening straight away. Oh, the Yoda bust is awful. Well, yeah, that's it. Well, I collect all the architecture sets because I've got the Colosseum is micro, and obviously all of the other architecture sets over there are micro as well. So, because the Colosseum will that's what I've done. So the Colosseum and this new one, it'll be in the exact same scale. So that's how they do it all. So they've got all the little smaller trees. But I class the good thing is with the micro scale is it's a mini land walkthrough for a minifigure. So it's what if you put a minifigure in front of it, it's in proportion for it to look like it's a model for a minifigure. So it works really, really, really well. And that's what I'm doing. I'm making this sort of mini land walkthrough attraction, which is good. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Basically, we'll just have to wait and see. Because the Eiffel Tower will be to my right. So if I'm looking at 4 sets this year to be added to the collection, and that's it. It's potentially, it all depends on how big this new one is. Because if this new one's a nice big looking thing and it will fit here, then that'll be on the list. Because don't forget, I've waited this whole time for the Eiffel Tower. I wanted it, but I've not picked it up for years. So Pikachu to go behind me. NASA. That's the 4. That'll be the 4. That's the big 4. So there's 4 larger builds, and they'll take plenty of time. So that'll take me the rest of the year to do. No, Ultra, definitely not. Yeah, I've heard about this. I've heard about it, but it depends what it looks like, because they've got roller coasters like that at Disney, haven't they? So, well, there's potential Ultra Bricks, but there's no. To be fair, the T-Rex I got really excited about, but I want to see the official box images and stuff a bit better. It just looks like it's a little bit skinnier, like all the bones are a little bit. They look like they're thinner pieces rather than built up. It'll look nice. It will look nice, but the head's a different size, isn't it? Because the T-Rex head was the T-Rex for the body, and it does look like the new one. They've redone the head, so I want to actually have a proper look at everything. But yeah, just have to wait and see. But it's nice to make all this space for all the stuff, and then make sure that we know what's going on and going down and all that kind of nonsense. But yeah, so this is space. That is where you're going to be sat for a little while. So if I'm doing some, like the rest of the Pokemon builds and stuff, I can, over time, this table is going to be spun, so I can build at the same angle and push it back, so I can carry on walking forward and backwards. Where I'm kneeling, I've already got a table for the Eiffel Tower. So like this, for example, is for the Eiffel Tower. Screw the legs into the back, and it will go just to my right here. So the Eiffel Tower would be to my right. But that's 5 foot tall. So yeah, I don't know. I do not know, but what I do know is I want to put that Bowser back better, and we can start getting this all a little bit more 2D. So those tools can stay up here in case the pins and everything get moved. Because Luigi, I'll probably end up picking up when it's in a sale. I'll go with the Mario. I would think, but yeah, I don't know. Just been very, very, very selective with sets. I said I was going to in December. I said I was going to be very selective with what I pick up. So Ultra's got a question. Getting a Jurassic Park Jeep, but we need to choose between getting Home Alone or Jaws. Well, they're both retiring, aren't they? Home Alone and Jaws. So are they both December? So you've got time. So you might be good. Yeah, so I don't know. No, I'm now looking. I'm just looking around. Going, well, what else is it we can move and achieve now? And that's all going to go away. It's not like I can even put another table over this, is it? If I put a table over here and had like a second level of the models, I could have the long cheese at the front. So that's not even going to work either. Yeah, I want to see the box artwork and see it all. I want to see it in person, because the T-Rex blew my mind with how good it was. But it look. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind it's smaller. I know the Triceratops anyway is smaller, but I think it's smaller than what I thought it was going to be. So I thought it was going to be a bit of a chunky monkey, and it doesn't seem to be. It seems to be It seems to be not very well fed. So skinny boned, technically, skinny boned. Yeah, Natural History Month is December as well. Oh, Ultra Brick says Home Alone house is around for another year. So it'd be Jaws then, because Jaws is on the chopping block. So Home Alone's been extended, which is good to know. I wonder if I can actually bring you over. Yeah, there's a way to do it, oddly, because my plan is if my next set's going to be this big one, that's not until July. So it'll be nothing for April, May, June. So it'll be 3 and a bit months. I might get one set in between just for the live stream builds, but that'd be it. So yeah, that's a good call. Double points. I think this double points and the next double points is the time where you need to get the sets that you think are going to be on the chopping block and retiring. The only thing is that I do need to get something to redeem my Pokemon Center. That's the thing. So I do have to get something. Otherwise, I'm going to miss out on it. And that Pokemon Center is going straight behind that blue spiky ball. It's going just there. That's where it's going to go. So it is literally the two options is NASA or Pikachu. So because Pikachu's behind my head and NASA is to the far left. So that's where those two are going. And that'll be it then until July. Yeah, it's going to be one or the other. It's either NASA or Pikachu. NASA or Pikachu. So because that's going to be that's the big four. So it's going to go NASA, and then you've got the Super Mario, the little giveaways, the big three, and then Pikachu's got a base plate and a half. So there's half a base. So there's basically that space from nose to nose is the same space I'm going to have from this one to Pikachu, which would be nice. So it'd be spacious. It would look good, and then you've got all the space at the back. But of course, in the meantime, these obviously streams aren't just about building, because I'm the only one stupid enough to do this kind of thing with you guys and goes and move it all around and smash everything up while we're doing it. So we've got to get we have to get the cheese mounted somehow before any of this gets tiled and any of it gets done, because I can start tiling from the middle outwards. I can actually start adding the path, because that is not going to move and that's not going to move once I know I've got the one end in. So once I've got either end in, I can measure up the studs, start to tile it all. I can now tile the architecture stuff, so that's good. Why I'm actually on my knees just wondering what I am doing, contemplating life, I will grab some of the green base plates and see if I can get some green base plates by get it ready for Jurassic Park, I think. They'll have to relocate you again for that. So I might do that myself, because it's going to be a bit tight. They need to come off. Three. Four. I need 6, I think. So I've got 4 green. Well, this is the day and age now, isn't it? Everything's going to cost a lot to ship out, so it's just one of those. Yeah, Reese, you can. Yeah. So I'll show you. Let me run it through with you. So, Bricklink Designer Program. Where are we? It's 5 or 6, isn't it? There we go. So yeah, you just go onto the website, obviously, building instructions, download, and then you're good to go. Because it's just a PDF, so you can just save the PDF in a file format, or just keep re-downloading it. So it doesn't make a difference. Yeah, you can download it as many times as you like. It doesn't make a difference. Yeah, so you can just keep deleting it off your phone. So yeah, big thing tomorrow. So if I've got time tonight, what I'll do is I will do a wish list, so we can have a quick look at the Bricklink Designer Program stuff, sort of maybe 8:15 or something like that, just for a quick sort of 45-minute one. Because obviously tomorrow we won't do a countdown to it. Well, we will. It's just that the chat will be live, and the second it gets shown, I can just do the screen grab, and we're away. So I'll be in the chat while the live stream happens from YouTube, and then we'll go from there. Massive Bricklink Day tomorrow, Ultra, huge. They're going to show off the new series of what's going to be available to buy. So all of those amazing castles, all of the amazing winter, all of them. There was an amazing amount of sets in there. So they're all being the final 5 get shown tomorrow. I think the live stream starts at 8 p.m. UK time, doesn't it? So it will start a little bit weird and wonderful, and then literally we'll just go over it all. So because I don't know whether to go live and watch it while live and then see it, or just wait until it's been revealed. So it might well be a Western. You never know. But would they do a Western straight up? Because there's a Western in the series before, so I don't think they'll do a Western back to back. I don't think they would. Yeah, well, we'll do a wish list tonight, everybody. So we'll do one, because what I'll do is just keep your eyes peeled for when the stream goes live, because it might be like an 8:30. Like tonight, it might be 8:30, and we'll just do a 45-minute one, just as like a recap wish list of what people hope will win tomorrow. just quickly look at them, see if we can get any of the designers in the chat, all that kind of thing. And then that'll build up for tomorrow. We will do a build tomorrow, but what I have to do is check when their live stream starts, because I can't remember if their live stream starts at 8. So if their live stream starts at 8, what I will do, obviously, is I'll set the stream up and we'll just have a chit chat as it gets revealed. And then the second the images go live on the Bricklink Designer program, I'll go live. Then we can talk about it and see them all straight away. So it's like lunchtime your time. They've already got it as a countdown on YouTube for when it will happen. So it's already on there. Let me have a look. Bricklink. They've got a live stream coming, haven't they? It's not weird when you want to find an actual channel. Really difficult to find it. There it is. Just type in Bricklink and it comes up with Bricklink. So no, that's the old stuff. That's the old stuff. Bricklink. Where's their live? So let's have a look. Yes, so kicks off tomorrow, 7 p.m. UK time. It kicks off 7 p.m. So that's the stream. So we'll have to time in. That's the stream that we want. So it's 7 p.m. UK time, 12 p.m. your time over in the States. So it takes about an hour. There's already 20 people waiting for it. Look, 20 people waiting for it. It doesn't start until tomorrow. So, which means I will go live 4 till 6, and then we'll do it kicks off at 7. So I don't know whether to go live at 7 or wait for their live stream to finish, and then we can see all the sets using their thing. So it looks like it's 7 o'clock our time then. Yeah. Yeah, so it's 12 one place, 3 for the other, and 7 for us. So yeah, they've had the countdown on that stream for the last couple of days. So it's going to be obviously we know it's a big thing. So what they do is they interview the designers, and then they show the set off in their own video, and then upload all the images onto 10. So they then upload it so we can see all the bits and pieces. So yeah, we'll just wait and see what happens with that. But what I'll do, guys, I'll go and get some food, and then we will start. We'll do a countdown stream. Well, not countdown stream. We'll do like a wish list stream later, and then we'll do more of this, because obviously I can't build anything until this is all tidy. So if I can get some, I'll clear up all the space on that. I'll probably film the base plates going down for Jurassic Park, and I can show you what Jurassic Park looks like tomorrow. And then if I can get this table spun, I'll carry on with Charizard tomorrow. And we could do a longer stream during the day tomorrow. So 12 hours, do a 12-hour stream. Well, we could do a longer one tomorrow. That's fine. We can go on slightly earlier tomorrow, and then just have to stop and then go on for the Bricklink thing. But again, I don't know what would be easy. I don't know whether to go on after the stream happens or whatever. So we'll I'll get some food now. Yay! Ultra Collector Legos arrived. Happy days. Yeah, because I'm kind of a bit stuck because I've boxed myself in, and if I have to move you, it's just going to be a bit of a nightmare. So I'll clear some space off. I guess none of us work on a Friday anymore. I'm off tomorrow. So I can sort out that space over there on that side. And then, yeah, we can build some bits and pieces. So, yeah, we can go on early early afternoon then. I'll go an early afternoon for a few hours and then just have a lengthy live stream build, 90-minute break, and then crack off. Sure, Sean's off. So Sean Ultra's off. Oh, so everybody's off. All right, well, we'll just do that then. So we'll do a longer live build stream tomorrow. So we'll go early afternoon tomorrow. We'll go on again later. And then, yeah, because if you guys and girls are off tomorrow, we can just go in a little bit later, can't we? So if it's not a school night, we don't have to finish as early. Look at the Bricklink stuff for 45 minutes or an hour. And then tomorrow morning, I can clean all these bits and pieces up, film the Jurassic Park. If I don't have time to spin that, it doesn't matter because I can then actually build on here. So, well, you'll be literally, you lot will be smashed with how it started off. The first 5 minutes, I broke 3 things. So it didn't start off very well. But yeah, I'll get all of that put back, put that away. I just need to clear the floor up. So what went and made all that noise was all those base plates falling over with a set underneath it. So that's not gone. It's not gone too well. So yeah, we can have a play with that and figure out what we're going to do with some bits and pieces. So we have a bit more of a builder tomorrow, and then maybe a mover again on Saturday. But I want to get these green base plates down in Jurassic Park. But I will do that as a separate video for you guys, like I did with the Ninjago one, so you can see that separately. Perfect. All right, guys. So I'll go and get some food now, and then we'll kick a Bricklink. We'll kick a Bricklink set off, a Bricklink video. I don't know, 8:15. Okay, perfect. Right, guys. I will catch you later on for a Bricklink wish list. Try and have a think of what sets it is you want for your top 3, top 5, or even top 1 set that you would like to make the top 5 tomorrow. And we'll make sure we have a detailed look at it. And then we'll see if any of the designers jump in. And it's always nice to speak to those as well, isn't it? And then it'll be a longer length in here tomorrow when I can actually move around again. All right, guys, take it easy. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye, bye.